Hello everybody and welcome to this first episode of State of the Game for Ultima Online 2. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur and we're playing on version 2.0.0.3. Okay, so this is footage recorded on the 14th of December 2023 and I'm running the game on DirectX 12. Okay, so right now there's two people dueling and one of them is a murderer. You can see with the red name. So murderers can now enter guarded cities and they won't get killed on sight by guards. However, if someone decides to attack them, they also won't get any assistance from guards. Okay, so that's the only difference. And so the reason why I'm making this video is mainly from a suggestion from one of my viewers who suggested that I could make a video talking about the updates and news on the game. And so I thought that was a good idea, so that's why I'm making this video. So generally speaking, I am enjoying the game. The game has been running pretty well on my system. And so I do have an RTX 3070 and with a 13700K CPU with 32 gigs of RAM and SSD. So if you look at the frame rates on the bottom corner of the screen, near the bottom left, you can see that it's hovering around 80 to 90 frames per second with everything on Epic. So right now I'm just going out to hunt some bush pigs. So I guess this video is aimed for people who currently do not play the game or currently do not have an account and are just wanting to see what the game is like at a specific point in time. So the game is playable and it's running fairly smoothly for me. I've not had any crashed desktops. And as far as bugs go, I don't think I've noticed too many. Although I am playing mainly doing PvE and traveling, crafting and resource gathering and the occasional PvP. I have noticed that there's more PvP in the wilderness and also in some areas of the outskirts which are guarded. So yes, you can still be attacked by players, even in the outskirts of town, which have guard towers. And I am also running ExitLag in the background. So if you don't know what ExitLag is, it's a software that reduces your ping. And I've been using it for just over a year now, and I've really found it useful. So I do have a link in the description below that you can click on if you want to find out more. And they do have, I think, a 3-day free trial. So now, of course, ExitLag may not be for everyone. I'm not guaranteeing that you will get the same results as I do, but I'm just showing you what I get when I have ExitLag running in the background. So generally speaking, I am enjoying the game very much. So far we've had 2 patches. So there's the Epic release patch, which is 2.0.0.0, which is very long. So if you want to see what the patch notes are, I put a short video of it on the screen. And there's also, of course, the 2.0.0.3. So that's the current set of patches that we've had since release, the Epic release. And so generally speaking, the Epic release launch has been relatively smooth compared to the January 2022 launch on Steam, when the game came out of beta. That was a very messy affair, and I think it took several weeks for SV to figure out a solution, and even after that there was still a number of issues. And that, of course, for those of you who remember, there was the alt servers that were set up as a temporary measure. But of course they've been, those alt servers have been taken down because obviously they're not needed anymore. And so as you can see, the frame rates are very steady on DirectX 12. So going forward, I will be running the game on DirectX 12 instead of DirectX 11, because the performance, in my opinion, has been much better. Okay. So as much as I would like to cover every aspect of the game, that's just not possible, because I'm I have a specific range of activities that I focus on, that I mentioned earlier. But I think the patch notes will give you a rough idea of what the game is, what SV has done in terms of bug fixes, updates, and new additions and features. So as you know, the two main features that SV has introduced with this Epic release, other than the UE5 upgrade, is the task system and the security zones. And there's also the increased capacity on the server. Okay, so I am noticing a lot more players out and about, which is good. So this guy here, he has a horse called Bai. Yeah, I wonder whether he's just, one of them is his horse and then the other one is to sell to other players. Okay, so yeah, there is a lot more player activity in the outskirts of town, and I think that's largely due to the security zones, which you can see there are now guard towers. And I think that's a guard. Yep, that's a guard that just went to. I think that there might be a grey or a red. Yep, booty cheeks. Okay, so I think the guard was chasing after that player. And so I do find that the graphics are much better compared to before. I don't know whether it's due to the just the lumens, or maybe they've updated the textures or assets or something. I'm not too sure, but in my opinion, the game looks better now. Now, of course, that is subjective, so some players may disagree, but for me, I do find that the game is much better looking. And so if you've seen my previous 2 videos of the Let's Play Mortal Online 2 Season 3, you would have seen I've done a few tasks systems in the task system, and I've had a lot of fun. So if you're a PvE player, I think you may find that the game is much more enjoyable now compared to before, where it was very much, the game didn't really provide that big of an incentive to go out and hunt creatures and mobs, but now there is that incentive because you do get rewards and you do get standings and you are able to accumulate the items that will allow you to buy sort of items that are on the special items. Okay, and I am also noticing a lot more player houses that are going up, as you can see. Before, I have not seen that many houses, but I think could be due to the security zones. The players are now feeling more confident about putting down a house in the outskirts of town. Oh. Booty cheeks. Okay. Okay, so as you can see, you do still get attacked, even in the security zones, because the guards are not omnipresent, and I think there's only like one elite guard for each guard tower, or maybe could be two, but so even in the security zones, you are not fully safe. You can still be attacked, as you saw just now. So that player, booty cheeks. Oh, he's healing me. That's nice. So just letting him know that I'm not dangerous. I'm not here to harm anyone. I'm just here to hunt pigs. So it seems like it seems like he just wanted to test maybe his weapon or just to have some fun. So if you can, play it nice, if you can maintain, respectable sort of relations with other players, then you may find that things may be a little easier for you, but that's not necessarily guaranteed. But it is something that you may want to. Maybe that's something that you want to do. Just maintain good relations with as many players as you can. Not only because it may be beneficial, but also I think it's just good to do that. Of course, you can't maintain positive relations with everyone. There are some players who will naturally be aggressive and have animosity towards you, but you can of course always try to maintain good relations with as many players as possible. Okay, so as you can see, the number of houses that have gone up, and if you've seen my latest game guide video talking about how dangerous the world of Knave is if you were to venture outside, you would have seen me riding up the path leading to Fabrinum, and you probably saw the many houses that have gone up since the Epic release. So yeah, like I said, this video is for those of you who are just wanting to see what the game is like. If you have an account and you have not logged in since Epic release, then according to Henrik, your subscription will only start counting down when you log in for the first time. So if you haven't logged in, then according to Henrik, your subscription will not start counting. And it's dawn right now, so as you can definitely see how the world looks with lumens. So I said this numerous times, but you know, it does look more natural. And of course, there is also the announcement regarding new features that are planned on the roadmap, and so there are quite a few. There's a second character that will share certain aspects of your first character, such as your standings. So I'm hoping that it will be tied to your first character's reputation and vice versa, so that if you commit crimes on one character, then it will also affect the reputation of the other character. I think that's a good balance, because it does bring a certain amount of accountability and transparency to your character's actions in the world, so that you don't get a situation where you have one character that is lawful and then the other one is a outright murderer, like a murderer that just goes around killing other players. And I am also hoping that they will bring thievery into the game fairly soon. And I do also want to see other features that have a more sort of like... I'm always thinking of Ultima Online when I'm thinking of more features, what other features that SV can add to the game, because for me, Ultima Online has been one of the games that's really stood out for me. So for me, Ultima Online always feels more than just a PvP or PvE game. It feels like a game where you can actually have a life in the game, where you can actually build houses. You can build a house and decorate it, and you can have social. There are social aspects of the game. You can play musical instruments. You can attend events being held at other people's houses, and you can... Yeah, there's just so many things that you can do in Ultima Online that currently I feel is not possible in Ultima Online 2. And so whenever SV is asking for suggestions on what other features that they can add to Ultima Online 2, I'll always think of different ways that Ultima Online can have a bit more of a living feature. So things like a more dynamic and natural ecology, where the creatures actually have their own set of goals and their own, I guess, migration patterns, for example. And maybe the mobs can have a bit more of a intelligence approach to things. So maybe they can have natural enemies. So for example, the bandits and scoundrels, they will... Okay, just to check if he's aggressive or not. So maybe the bandits can have natural enemies, such as maybe wolves and other wild animals that may attack them, as they naturally would in perhaps in real life, because wolves would probably not distinguish between a civilized person and a bandit or a scoundrel, but they would just attack human beings in general. So things like that. So I would really like to see more features that would make the game feel like it's a living world. And I did do a video regarding living, breathing world and why most games don't qualify. So, you know, that's a term that's being used a lot in many games, which are actually not living and breathing, but it's become more of a marketing term. But for Ultima Online 2, I would really like to see it become a more have a semblance of living and breathing world. And it always brings me back to Ultima Online, the beta, back in I think 96 or 97, when Ultima Online's beta was just was announced, and they said that Richard Garriott and the team said that they actually built a feature where the grass would grow and there would be a like a virtual ecology where every creature had a symbiotic relationship with the other creatures and the natural world, with the virtual world. So Richard Garriott said that the sheep would eat the grass and the wolves would eat the sheep, and the dragons would eat the wolves and the sheep. And so this kind of like a food chain or food pyramid was something that they actually added in the beta, but unfortunately when the beta opened its gates, everyone that came into the beta, they basically just killed everything that moved. So the virtual ecology never had a chance to actually start. So actually no one even knew that there was a virtual ecology in the game. So after some time, they were very sad that you know, of what happened, and they decided to remove the virtual ecology and just instead replace it with a more traditional spawning system. So that was I always feel sad when I read about that, because I feel that, you know, if they actually left it in there and perhaps maybe even told players about it, maybe there could have been a different outcome. Perhaps players would want to see it actually occur and see it for themselves, but I think they didn't tell the players and wanted to just leave it for players to discover for themselves, and as a result, the players never knew that it existed, and instead players just went about killing everything that moved. So that was unfortunate. But yeah, so that's my wish list. Other than thievery and, you know, wagons and ships and a number of other things, which you can see on the Ultima Online 2 website on a specific page talking about the future roadmap. You know, that's one thing that I would really like to see, is more of a living, breathing world. And I've actually talked about it in many times on the forums, and so yeah, that's my hope for the game going forward, is that instead of just PvP and PvE and that kind of thing, but instead hopefully there will be more living and breathing world features. And I'm hearing some footsteps in the background. I wonder where it's coming from. It seems to be coming closer. Okay. Alright. You've always got to keep an eye out and keep your ears open for any movements and sounds. So yeah, you can see the dawn over Fabrinum. Looks very, very nice. It does feel more lifelike, and so I'm definitely very happy with the UE5 upgrade. So I guess I think this video will be very very useful for those of you who want to see the game, because I think sometimes when you ask people how the game is doing and what the game is like right now, you'll get all kinds of different answers. And so for me, the most accurate way to find out what the game is like is to go on YouTube and watch gameplay videos made by players, and because that way you can see the game for yourself, so that you're not relying on opinions, which can be very different from person to person. So this is so seeing the game for yourself is the best way to see what the game is like. So like I said, I can't cover every single aspect of what the game is like right now, but this is just I guess like a vertical slice of the game, and so you can see for yourself whether this is a game for you or not. So of course I will be doing more videos of this. I will be doing more state of the game videos for Ultima Online 2 in the future. So thanks again to one of my viewers who suggested that I could make this kind of video. And so yeah, hope that you got a good, like a good picture of what the game is like right now. And so all the links are in the description below, so do feel free to check it out. So thank you very much for watching. I will be back next time with more game guide, let's play, and of course the state of the game videos for Ultima Online 2. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please do give it a thumbs up if you found the video beneficial and useful, and please do ask any questions or comments, or if you have any comments, please do leave it in the section below. Please do subscribe and enable the notification icons, and also please share this video. And if you know of somebody that may be wondering, wanting to know what the game is like right now, but they don't have a game account or they don't want to log in, you may want to share this video with those people, and of course also on social media, so that more people can find out more about this game. So thank you very much for watching. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur. Take care and have a good day.